Prosecutors say a North Texas woman stole more than $1 million and spent most of it on TikTok in an attempt to boost her presence on social media. This week, a Tarrant County judge sentenced Stacey Blackman to 35 years in prison. Prosecutors say she also used stolen funds on other lavish expenses. Fox 4's David Sintendry spoke with prosecutors. David.
Well, the Tarrant County District Attorney's Office says Stacey Blackman spent about $1 million of stolen money on TikTok coins and then gave those TikTok coins to influencers in hopes of growing a following of her own.
She spent her money on TikTok.
$1.2 million. That's how much money Stacey Blackman pled guilty to stealing from a former employer while giving most of that money to influencers on the social media app TikTok.
A trusted individual. She was deceptive upon deceptive upon deceptive.
Blackman worked as an office manager for a high-end home building company in Southlake. In 2019, she began using a bank account of a senior partner who unexpectedly passed away, according to the Tarrant County District Attorney's Office. Did he have any family members who were wondering where this money might have been, or did they just not know there was any money?
So the money was stuck in probate. Stacey Blackman actually befriended the heir of this senior partner and was helping her figure out where all he had accounts and all of this. And so she was literally walking through this with the person she was victimizing.
Blackman used a company credit card to send nearly $900,000 through PayPal to TikTok.
And she was using that bank account that had his life savings in it to pay that credit card.
So why TikTok? Well, prosecutors say Blackman was using the money to tip social media influencers on live streams in hopes of building her own following. Blackman also purchased a suite for Dallas Mavericks games, lavish trips, and more.
She didn't buy any assets. She didn't put the money anywhere and had nothing to offer to pay back that was comparable to the amount that she stole. She went ahead and stole another $400,000 from the business as well.
Blackman's employer ultimately caught on to the theft, which led the company down a rabbit hole, realizing theft had been going on for several years. Blackman was indicted in 2022.
She is extremely intelligent. She only ever graduated from high school, but that is no measure of how intelligent you are or how good you are at figuring out how to hide money. And she is very good at that.
Blackman is sentenced to 35 years in prison. Court documents reveal that she plans to appeal that sentencing. However, her attorney could not be reached for comment tonight. Steve, Heather, back to y'all.
All right, David Sintendry, thank you.
Yo, clout is the most dangerous drug out there right now, bro. This right here is what you call a clout demon. She was willing to do anything for clout. Listen, man, some women craves attention and is willing to do anything for it, bro. And this usually happens when a person don't really take care of themselves. Now they got low self-esteem, they don't get a lot of attention, they overweight, and then they reach to desperate measures. She spent $1 million that she stole to chase clout, bro. Yo, think about that. You want clout so bad that you stole $1 million to chase it. Yo, these clout demons ain't no joke, man. Be careful out there, people. For real.
A lot of the girls I'm seeing that are demanding things from our young men, they don't have nothing themselves. You're in your single room in your mum and dad's house with the one Gucci bag that you saved up, and now you're expecting men to pay for everything for you. I'm saying if you're a girl in your 20s to early 30s and you've met a man similar age and you both don't have that much, why are you expecting a man to have miles more?
What approach do you hate men take?
Don't ever call me sexy, like on the first DM.
So we can't give you a compliment. That's why I'm single.
Women
like you.
No, that's a horrible compliment. That's a horrible. That's you're automatically telling me how you see me, body, this, that. Like, don't if you don't call me beautiful or pretty or hey Taylor or Kitty or just normal stuff, and you're like, what's up, sexy? No.
And this is why the worst thing a man could do is listen to a woman, because this only applies to the men that she's not into. This only applies to the suckers who takes her on dates. This only applies to the tricks who is willing to spend money on her to buy her love. But to the man that she's really into, to the man that she thinks is fine, to the man that makes her pussy wet, he could say whatever and she's gonna go. But a simple listen to this and think, oh, let me not call her sexy the first time I speak to her. Dog, you can't listen nothing women say because they only say the opposite, bro. Trust me. Fellas, be wise out here, bro, for real.
It's the worst days of my life. How about that?
Okay, well, I'm sorry to hear that. I wanted to ask you, with news of the separation, how are you holding up?
Not holding up very well. I would say the other man, maybe I'll be an example for other men, cautionary tale. Don't neglect your wife. You see I'm here at the airport now, flying out, as I have for 40 or for 25 years. My wife has been third, serving the community, taping my show, having fun with friends. That's what happens, guys. Never be too busy or never have too much fun beyond your wife.
So I do want to ask, the date of separation is listed back in July 17th. Has this been coming for some time now, or was it something out the blue?
Well, ever since we started taping here in LA, I committed to staying home more and making my wife more of a priority. But as you see, I haven't. I'm still here on the road, doing the same thing. And in terms of going out into another city. But I was gone for 3 weeks. That's what July 17th meant.
Would you say you two are in a good place right now, or able to maintain a friendship? Or
oh yeah, we're still in the same house and we're maintaining a friendship. And I'm trying to get my wife back. I have to show her that though. Hopefully I can show her while we're there together before, and hopefully she doesn't complete the process. But I'm changing in hopes that she will. I'm gonna get my wife back. How about that?
Yo, this right here is sad because I used to have a lot of respect for Judge Mathis. But the way he's handling this like a real sucker, bro. Fellas, whatever happens between you and your wife or whatever the case may be, one thing that you don't do is beg. The more you beg a woman is the more she's not gonna want you. That's just the bottom line. The only way you could get your wife back is if she wants you back. And usually when a woman is gone, she is usually gone forever. I mean, his wife is in her 60s. And for a woman to want to divorce you in her 60s, I mean, it is what it is. But this is not how you get her back, by being a sucker. Fellas, as a man, even if you cheat on your wife, like whatever you do, you have to stand on that as a man. But the worst thing you could do is start begging in. Because if you're saying you're the reason why the marriage went left, if it's your fault, you gotta count your losses, bro. You gotta count your losses. But doing things like this is not going to get her back, fam. Especially if you got some money too. Why would she take you back? Right now, you gotta understand what's going on. In her mind, your money is probably worth more than you. You gotta think, if she stays, like, well, I wouldn't get the money and I gotta deal with his ass. But if I leave, shit, I get the money plus I get freedom too. Think about that, bro. So of course you gotta fight to get her back, because you know if she do go through with this divorce, at your age, man, you know it could break you. And fellas, that's just the reality, bro. It could be 10 years from now. It could be 20 years from now. It could be 30, 40 years from now. If you marry a woman and don't get a prenup, she got a getaway free pass, bro. And you don't know when she's going to use it. You don't know at what point in the marriage she's going to use it. So while he's in his 60s thinking everything is all good, he moving around, he's on the road, he's living his best life, his wife is plotting, waiting for the right time to make her move. Y'all got to understand that's how women are. So while you out having fun and doing your thing and she's home quiet, she's planning, bro. And a woman strikes at the right time. And this is why I tell y'all dudes all the time, dog. There's no point, there's no benefit in marriage for a man. Open your eyes out here, bro. But overall, this right here is sad. A lot of people have a lot of respect for Judge Mathis. And to be going through this at this point in his life, It's just that. Fellas, be wise out here and make wise decisions. Facts.
If you haven't yet, go get you some of that merch. You all already know, don't feed the birds. That's what it is. We don't feed the birds over here. So if you rock with your boy, go get you some of that good merch.